Hello, my name is Gabriella Anzalone, and I am doing myth number 8. That myth is if you spray alcohol or chlorine all over your body, it will kill the new virus, aka the coronavirus. There's a little bit of backstory about me. I work at Safety Swim. I've been there for 5 years. So I chose this topic because one, I was a little more interested and I wanted to know if the chlorine would kill the virus. And also, I do have a lot of background with chlorine, where I have been working in the back, doing all the pool readings, media changes, all that fun stuff. So, basically, just like an overview. According to the CDC, there's no evidence that the virus that causes COVID-19 can spread to people through the water in pools, hot tubs, anywhere like that. Proper operation of the pools and disinfecting can inactivate the virus. So basically, like I said, I've been working at the pool. This picture was taken 2 years ago. It is a pool reading test. You can't really see it, but I'll have it attached in the PowerPoint. But I will go through it. On this side is where you test the chlorine and also the bromide levels. And then this side is the pH. At Safety Swim, our normal levels for chlorine are in between a 3.5 to a 5 parts per million. Bromine levels are a 6 to a 10. The pH is usually a 7.4 to a 7.6, just because of the eyes. Eyes are usually around 7.2 to 7.4, so when the water gets in your eyes, it won't really freak out the kids. Alkaline, that's when we add sodium bicarbonate to the pool. That is 90 to 110 parts per million. And calcium, where we add calcium chloride, is usually in between 200. I don't really put it up to 300 parts per million, but it can go up that high. But usually I always like to keep the pool at a chlorine of 4, pH of 7.5, alkalinity around 100, and calcium in between 250. This way it's nice and high. Not too high that it's going to kill everything. It's high enough to kill all the viruses, as my managers have told me, and to keep things very sterile and clean. And this way, on top of that, it won't affect the instructors or the kids that come in, and it won't bother them. According to the CDC as well, when the proper amount of chlorine is added to the pool, it does kill germs, like I said, including viruses. The amount of chlorine in the pool needs to be properly maintained in order for its disinfectant qualities to be effective. We always test the chlorine every hour, so that's how we know everything's good. If nothing is good, then we go to the back, we change it, and we adjust it just to make sure everything's right. Because chlorinated pool hasn't been shown to kill the virus, every single virus, it's also likely maybe the coronavirus as well, but it's not confirmed. Based on what we know about chlorine and other viruses, it is likely safe to be swimming in a properly maintained pool, provided you still observe the rules of social distancing, where social distancing obviously 6 feet apart. You wear the mask, where when we reopen again, hopefully in July, we are going to be wearing masks in the pool. We're going to be having masks in the office as well, just to maintain all that fun stuff. So yeah, basically with the amount of chlorine levels that can kill the virus, it is pretty safe to be in the water, but pouring just straight up chlorine on you is no good whatsoever. Chlorine is a bleach. It's the same thing as using bleach and pouring bleach all over you. I had situations a long while ago where the chlorine levels would be way too low. I had to add whole buckets of chlorine into the water. When I do that, I have a picture. I could add that to the presentation, where I would have to wear a mask, full outfit, gloves, goggles, booties, everything. So this way the chlorine wouldn't get on my body, because if it gets on your clothes, it will stain. If it gets in your lungs, too much chlorine gas is no good. So that's all a lot of safety precautions that need to be followed. According to Hackensack Meridian Health, household cleaners that contain chlorine, like bleach, disinfect hard surfaces and kill germs, including viruses. Many cleaners, including the bleach, are effective against the coronavirus. That's why everyone went out and got some Lysol to Lysol all the businesses, all the houses, and everything. It is important to clean high-touch surfaces regularly, such as countertops, phones, light switches. Actually, just to relate as well, when we open up Safety Swim, or before we close, we had this company, Germ Shield Pro. It sprays onto the surface. It uses razor blade technology to protect against 99.9, you know what I mean, percent of germs and bacteria. I'm not 100% sure, but what it says, it's a green solution that is a main form of disinfectant, and it is able to stay on, if I remember correctly, stay on the surface for almost a month, and then you have to reapply it again. So we did it back in March, and then the facility's been closed, and now we're going to be doing it again before we open up in July. So that is there's a bunch of different precautions you can take in conclusion to try to prevent the disease. It won't exactly kill it. In order to kill the disease, you have to have the antibodies for it and all that fun stuff. So there's a lot of precautions you can take. Being in the pool is not 100% safe, but it is a good precaution that have the chlorine levels checked, everything checked, that you can still have fun over the summer.